Hey Rakshith, welcome to this podcast.
Hey Sachin, thank you so much for having me on this.
So Rakshith, we already had a conversation, man, and we were waiting for this particular podcast because something interesting needs to be unlocked over here. Because people are listening about AI agents, AI, but a combination of AI agents and IoT that will be uncovering over here. So over to you, man. So you can go ahead.
Thank you so much, Sachin. Yeah, this has been one of the most interesting topics across the board. So I thought, okay, why not talk about this particular AI agents and IoT and how exactly does both come together, right? So Sachin, let's start with a thought-provoking question, asking on a daily basis, what if your environment could anticipate your needs, collaborate with other systems and take actions even before you ever asked for it, right? Say, for example, what if your home could detect that you're stressed from the tone of your voice, and then it starts suggesting a playlist, dimming the lights, or even rescheduling your meetings, right? Then, or another simple example is that imagine there are fleets of drones which are negotiating in the real time for the aerial traffic, like self-governing aerial traffic to deliver your packages, or it could be for any of those things, or Amazon, or food, or any of those packages, right?
Right.
So what I'm trying to say is we are currently at an inflection point of autonomous context aware AI agents. So that's where AI agents and IoTs can come together. Those two are no longer the separate technologies. They are becoming so codependent. It's mostly like a codependent layers of intelligence that can sense, that can think and act in that synchronization, right? So this isn't just another phase of automation. Like if you look at past decade, especially in the IoT, there was all of these IoTs, and industry 4.0, sorry, industry 3.0 was there, then 4.0 came in. So all of this is not another phase, right? Or it's not like industry 5.0 or something like that. It's completely an emergence of ambient intelligence, right?
Right.
In this scenario or in this era, automation is just table stakes. The real prize is the cognition system that can understand the nuances and evolve over time.
Right. So I'm still thinking of that first thing that you mentioned, man. That devices in my home, it will automatically detect that I'm stressed and play the playlist for me. That will be super. I would say that will make my life a lot better.
Oh, absolutely. So when we look at those two things, right, we need to figure out or understand what are AI agents, what is IoT, and how do they come together? When does the convergence matter? How does it matter? Like, what are some of the challenges, kind of scenarios? That's what I'm planning to, chat with you for the next 20-30 minutes.
Super, super. So can you paint a picture of what this convergence of AI and IoT really means for the
Yeah, yeah.
everyone?
Yeah. So when you, like I was saying, when we talk about this convergence, right, the important piece is for us to understand what is IoT and what is AI agents, right? Because right now there is a lot of these are two biggest buzzwords that is being currently used in the
Right.
industry, right? So basically, when you look at it as IoT is a sensory fabric in our physical world, like it has billions of sensors, billions of devices that are capturing microsignals every second. When internet now, since the internet has become the part and parcel of our life, it could be your smartphones, it could be your laptops, it could be your iPads, right? Or it could be your temperature sensors, it could be your water sensors in your flowering pots, or it could be those vibration sensors on an industry floor like the smart manufacturing, or those industry the sensors on those Boeing airplanes, right? Or Airbus. Any of these sensors generate billions and billions of signals, microsignals, let me call it
Right.
that way, every second, right? So I was talking to Boeing in my previous work for IoT, and I learned that every time a plane flies, it generates over 14 billion data points.
14 billion.
14 billion data points, which means that at every single point, at every single second, every single action performed by the pilot or performed by any other machine in the plane, a
Hmm.
signal is generated and documented, right? So with all of this data existing, how do we make use of it? That's the key.
Hmm.
So we had data platforms, then we had edge analytics, which could take this data, reactively work on it, and tell us the nuances or derive some meaningful insights of it.
Hmm.
But that's where the AI agents kind of stand apart, right? This
Right.
proactive thinking will now become the reactive thinking will now become proactive.
Proactive.
The
Hmm.
so when you look at AI agents, they're nothing but the software entities with goals, right?
Right.
They have a specific goal. Each
Hmm.
agent is destined to one single task, or it could be multiple, but at the end of the day, they have a well set defined goals, memory,
Hmm.
and reasoning.
Hmm.
All these three, when they come together, that's what it makes a deadly combination. So they are
Hmm.
capable of interpreting those signals which we get from these IoT sensors, right? They start, not only they analyze them, but they start learning from them. Once they
Hmm.
start learning, they are destined, or they are designed to act autonomously, right? So that's where the AI agents kind of stand apart from what we have been seeing so far. One, they have memory, that ability to reason with the data points, and then they have the ability to act autonomously. So that's
Hmm.
where the AI agents becomes very, very powerful,
Right.
right? So together, AI agents and IoT, now that's what I'm talking about, the convergence, right?
Hmm.
Together, they can be situationally aware.
Hmm.
Now, that's where we can term them as situationally aware systems that perceive context, that infer intent, and dynamically adapt to the behavior or to the
Hmm.
environment. You
Hmm.
see what it means? So, when you go back 10, 15 years, the focus
Hmm.
was on collecting data,
Right.
right? We would say, hey, data is money. I mean, even today,
Right.
data is money, of course. But the focus 10 years back was on collecting the data. Right now, the
Hmm.
focus is no more on collecting the data. We have enough data available. You don't
Hmm.
need more data.
Right.
You need systems that know what and how they need to deal with this data, or what they
Right.
need to do with this data.
To
So
make the
that
decisions based on that particular data.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hmm.
So you give me any data. So if you look at any simple device in your house, it could be your, smart thermostat, or it could be your, Google Assistant, your smart plugs, your garage openers. Everything has so much data in it, logging every single action. We just
Hmm.
doesn't know how to use the data, and still,
Hmm.
even today, I see a lot of folks saying, oh, I don't have good data to build recommendations or build some intelligence. it,
Hmm.
it's it's not that data is not there, it's about us, we are not able to understand how to use the existing data. So that's where I feel AI agents plays a bigger role, and that's how this convergence is going to happen.
Super. So, is there any? Can you give some real world examples where this convergence is already changing the life of the people on this planet, or the people that work that they are using it as of now?
Yeah, that's a great question, right? So when I talk about this convergence, right, where exactly does it matter? What are some real life examples, right? I will tell you how exactly it matters, then I'll go into these examples. The real value is not about sensing. It's not about sensing, oh, there is some data, oh, there is an internet, oh, there is some feed of data that is coming in. It's about
Hmm.
understanding and orchestrating the actions across the environments, right? So that's where this convergence becomes more powerful. You need to
Right.
understand what the data is, and then you need to orchestrate every single action. So in that sense, I would like to say, without AI, IoT is very passive,
Hmm.
right? Without IoT, AI lacks the grounding into the real world. So
Hmm.
that's where this fusion enables the distributed cognition at the edge, and
Hmm.
powering the use cases that requires, the real time and hyper local decisions. So now all the decisions have been moved towards edge, not
Hmm.
towards the cloud. So the era of making decisions the cloud is way past behind us.
Hmm.
right? So some of the examples you're asking, right? That's a great
Correct.
question. Let's say if you look at the smart homes is really, really best example, and which is very close to all of us. There are
Hmm.
environments that could infer your mood, sleep quality, the schedules, and adjust your home settings proactively. Let's say,
Hmm.
for example, if you look at Google Homes, they are talking about the sleep quality. If you look at Apple Watches, they are tracking your sleep. If you look at
Right.
Fitbits, they are doing that, right? There's so many smart devices out there. So if I can set the environment in your house when you walk in to lighten up your mood, to make you feel relaxed, so that you could get quality sleep, to
Hmm.
schedule your meetings, maybe after 8 hours of your sleep or something like that. So that's where you adjust proactively to cater to individual needs, and even make the environment personalized for your liking, right?
Hmm.
The other example is the healthcare, right?
Hmm.
Wearables and AI agents. Like I was talking to you
Correct.
about the Apple Watches of the world and the Fitbits of the world, right? So imagine if the AI agents can monitor via wearables your chronic conditions and intervene with precisions and not allow folks to panic. There is a chronic condition, agents intervene, and say, for example, like somebody is running in the park, right? And they have a bad fall, and then the AI agents detect that fall, and an ambulance is, or 911 or ambulance or whoever it is, the paramedics are being called. It's just that you don't have to panic, rather depend on these. So that's another
Hmm.
great use cases. When you look at a little more on the commercial side of things, right? Smart cities. Now every city is or every country is moving towards it. Like if you have AI agents to control traffic, lighting, resource management that could negotiate with each other, just like, I would love to call it as a digital parliament, right? It says,
Hmm.
hey, on this junction, on this side of the road, there is so much of traffic. Maybe I would increase the traffic light or the signal light duration from 30 seconds to 60 seconds on the other side, or reduce it from 60 seconds to 30 seconds so that I could let the traffic flow intelligently. This could be one of the biggest inventions or biggest use cases. Like you can beat the traffic, you can solve the traffic problem. I
Hmm.
mean, I'm from Bangalore, right? And everybody knows the traffic in Bangalore is really, really crazy. It's the same thing in
Right.
Delhi. It's the same thing in Mumbai, right? If
Right.
if the signals coming from the real time traffic signals coming from these traffic lights, if AI agents can start monitoring them, that's excellent, right? When you look at the lighting or resource management, there are certain areas where the crowd dies down after a certain point in time. So maybe kill the lights there, or efficiently, when you detect some traffic, turn the lights on. So there are different ways on how you can use it in the real life. Or when the other example of commercialization is industrial IoT, like I was talking, right?
Hmm.
AI agents just not only manages the machine states, but they can manage the entire supply chain today, right?
So
That
is
you
my
need.
question is sorry to interrupt. So my question is this happening right now, or this is something that is a projection that this will happen?
It's a great question, right?
So
So
is there
so
an, is,
it's a
what I want to
process.
see is if there is anything that is that we can see, right? Okay, that where this combination is working like crazy, because I know AI agents are used a lot at different places. I have seen the IoT implementation in some products, but I'm so is there any real product out there in the market or anything that where this thing is happening that we can see that okay, this is it's happening right now.
Yeah. So it's a two-step process, right?
Hmm.
One, enabling the data collection. So that's what we have been doing so far. There have been a lot of IoT implementations, a lot of sensor implementations, and a lot of data collection has already happened.
Hmm.
Sorry, we have enabled for it. And now, going forward, that's where the AI agents will start utilizing that data, right? So far, we were in the collection mode. Now we are going to get into the execution mode of things. So today, already on the industrial side of things, there are certain places where some of the agents are being slowly installed. It could be e-commerce. That's where agents are also, they are showing up in some scenarios. But of course, it's not popular yet. But my prediction is in next 3 to 5 years, it becomes the world of agents. So
Hmm.
that's where they will start. Honestly, I would not be surprised if agents will start doing the supply chain end to end. Like, talking about the forecasting, talking about the inventory, looking at the supplies, looking at the demand, and start ordering things. Yeah, so that will not be very surprising. So going forward, it's not just about humans and AI. This is one of the biggest questions where I've seen everywhere. Hey, will humans lose job to AI? So with the
Especially in the
agents
case of the
coming in
product
this,
managers, people are skeptical that what will happen with the product managers with the
exactly,
growth of
exactly.
AI and the AI agents.
Yeah, so I would say it's not. This war is not between humans and AIs. It's not humans versus AI. It's always about humans plus AIs
Plus AI.
versus the complexity of the problems. So the
Right.
war is fought against the complexities, and humans and AIs are going to partner here.
Yes. So whenever I also get this question like a lot of time that okay, you raise this right point that will AI replace the jobs and all these things. So I always mention this thing that if you see the Iron Man, Batman, even though there are a lot of Avengers out there and other people, but yeah, they have some superpower. But what I like most about the Iron Man is that he don't have any superpower. He's just using the AI, right? That Jarvis is
Mhm.
an AI, and he's using his brain to train that Jarvis, and Jarvis is making his life better.
Yeah, yeah, it's a great
So that's
example,
that's a
right?
that's a good example that we are seeing in movies from so long, but we are not able to relate it into our life. That this
Yeah.
can be this can happen.
Yeah, that's where I told it's not humans versus AI, it's humans plus AI versus the complexities, the real world problems. It could be, you never know, we may solve the global warming using AI agents. So, so yeah, so the leap here is what I'm trying to send a message is the leap here is not just, so where we're taking is the leap is from if this then that logic to a multimodal decisioning framework that can weigh data, goals, uncertainties, and cost, and then a decision will be made. So that's where a more intelligence is added into the decision making process. That's where solving complex problems becomes much more easier.
So Rakshit, my next the thing that is popping into my mind is okay, definitely because if this needs to be done, like this convergence needs to be done. So because coming from the product background, we always need to be aware about because this is something that we should be aware about the tech. Okay, what's happening out there. So my question is that what technologies are making this thing a reality today?
That's a great question, right? So there are, when we look at the enablers of this, right? It's edge AI is one of the biggest one. This is
Okay.
where when I say edge AI, it's the edge analytics or basically where the data lives, where the data gets computed. So it always needs to be at the edge. You cannot have enough time to move it to the cloud and come back. Cloud is way gone past us, right? So edge AI is one of the enablers. Federated learning is the another enabler here. So
Federated.
personalization without privacy is a bigger sacrifice here. So we need personalization, we need privacy. So knowing what data we need to use, knowing how much we need to personalize, knowing, having the strong boundaries, having those strong security measures, having those strong privacy measures is really, really important. That's where I call it as federated learning. We need to monitor what data we are using to train these models. We need to monitor what data are being used to inference these models, right? So federated learning is the key, just not learning. So that's a very thing I want to stress on. Then the agent frameworks, that's the third biggest enabler. Like we already have a lot of tools, right? Tools like AutoGen, Langlane, or Cognitive Graph. So all of the tools are now picking up, and eventually it becomes a marketplace of agents where you can just go and say, hey, I need an agent to go discover something for my shopping. I need an agent to go write a PRD. I need an agent, you know even answer my text messages, right? You sent me a text message tomorrow morning, I was in another call and I took about 45 minutes to answer. If agent was there, I would have gotten an immediate answer and I would have been notified in some other way, right? So that's exactly the third biggest enabler, what I would call. So edge AI, federated learning, agent frameworks are the top three
Agent
enablers right
frameworks.
now.
Super, man. Thank you. So the coming to the next point, okay, that what are the biggest technical or ethical hurdles we need to overcome to make this convergence work smooth? without any hurdles and without any challenges in the future.
Yeah. So one of the biggest challenge I see today is orchestration across heterogeneous systems, right? So we have so many systems that are available. We need to figure out a way how agents talk to each other. How do we orchestrate this entire end-to-end journey of a particular action item or a particular goal or what I was talking about, right? Yeah, of course, we have MCP and other the protocols that are coming out, or the orchestration bridges that are coming out, but still there is going to be a biggest challenge on how do we orchestrate it, because none of us know right now. Everybody is trying new things. There are a lot and lots of agents that are going to be there. Can we suffice, can we support the traffic what we will be looking at, right?
Mm.
The other one is trust. I'm just thinking about how can we ensure that decisions are explainable, the decisions these agents are making are explainable and not opaque,
Mm.
right? I also want to, the thought for the day in this trust scenario is,
Mm.
in this world of intelligent systems acting on our behalf, what does it mean for us to still be in control? We are
Mm.
not the one who are making decisions anymore with AI agents. How can we trust them? Who's in
Right.
control?
Right.
Are
Right.
we in control of these agents, or the agents in control of us?
Mm.
Right? So that's something we need to think about. The other challenge, what I think, is the governance part, right? Like I was telling, who owns this decision made by agents? When the agents negotiates on your behalf, whose values do they use? Do they use
Mm.
our values? Do they use the developers? Do they use the corporations, or do they have their own values? I don't know,
Mm.
right? So yes, I mean, agents are really really great. They are fancy, but it also comes with certain degree of thinking we need to do, and we need to act a little more responsibly here, so that we have that trust, we have that governance, we have that fencing around the technology, um, to use the technology in the right direction.
Mm. Right. Hmm. Yeah, because they are definitely this trust. Because definitely, if they will be making the decisions, then it is really important that it should be governed by someone, and it should be uh, that that whose values, like that you mentioned, that it is sharing. So that is again, because that human touch or human values. Okay, in doing anything, like if it is responding, that should be associated with that. That is really important. Hmm.
Yes.
Got you. So I think Rakshit, you are already working on. You have already have an experience of working with this AI agents plus IoT, this convergence. So my question is, because definitely as a product manager, while building a product, we need us to have a certain mindset. But while building these kind of the products, where this integration is there or this convergence is there, so what do you feel is what is the one mindset shift one need to make before uh, starting building anything in this particular space?
Yeah, I think when we look few years into the future, right, we are all moving towards cooperative swarms of agents, each managing a domain and negotiating with each other to optimize our lives. The
Right.
end game here is not to build smart assistants. The smart assistants is already here, right? We have Google Homes, we have Alexas, we have
Right.
Series of the world. The focus of the future is going to be building the invisible infrastructure of care, of efficiency, and to see the foresight. So
Hmm.
that's what the AI agents are going to be. The question is no longer what can a device do, but what does the system understand and how does it evolve with me. So that's what I would urge every product manager to think. It's not about what can an agent do, right? Agent is nothing but a robot in a box, or I would say a robot in form of few lines of codes which are specifically tasked to do one singular thing, right?
Hmm.
It's about how can we build a system of agents which can understand and evolve with oneself. So that's what the future outlook is going to look like. That's what every product manager needs to think about, and think big when they're working on these scenarios.
So basically, how that it can evolve itself. This is something that one should have that particular mindset
Yeah,
while
it can
building
evolve
any kind of such
itself.
things.
It can evolve itself. It can evolve at the discretion of the owner.
Sorry, I didn't get the last second point.
It can evolve itself, or
Uh,
sorry, not or, and also it needs to evolve with the discretion of the owner as well,
got
right?
you. Got you. So now my final question, okay, because the viewers of this podcast will be primarily the product managers and the aspiring product managers. So my question is that if one has to build such product, or if one has to learn about this convergence between AI agents and IoT, okay, so what's like from a beginner level, what would you recommend that from where they should start their journey, like okay, to learn this thing, what they should do learn, okay, or what is something that any book or any resource that you can recommend that they should go through, that will help them in getting this particular mindset or knowing about these particular things, leveraging this. Okay, because a lot of time people have this such, and I know about this AI agents, I know this about XYZ thing, I know about but how should I learn? Okay.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's a great
So
question.
if some
There are a lot
resources
of
you can recommend, yeah, please.
Yeah, there are a lot of learning material out there. LinkedIn has really, really good learning materials. What the generative AI for product managers is one of them. I would urge the product managers to understand, if not to be the data scientist, at least understand how the model works. What are the basics that are required? Training, retraining, testing, and how do we inference these models? What does the model needs to do? Then also understand what AI agents are, right? Google is offering a really free course about AI agents, right? And we saw Microsoft launching some of those tools and some of those learning materials as well. So I would say then Udemy has a lot of courses around AI agents. So I would say, you know there is vast amount of material that is currently available which is free. So I would urge the product managers to start off with that, have a basic understanding of what AI agents can do, even, or even for that sake, if people who doesn't know IoT, that's been a very matured space right now. There's a lot of courses, a lot of understanding about this. So yeah, just explore the internet. LinkedIn, Udemy, Google, all of these folks are offering free courses.
Yeah, I'm seeing itself. I have never checked this out, but yeah, Google is also providing on this grow.google.google. There is a website that
Yeah.
they are providing some free trainings around AI essentials, prompts, and grow your business with AI and generative AI as well. Super,
Yeah,
Rakshit.
these are all the applications, right, Sachin? I
Yeah.
think I think the key here is, the one tip I would share with all the product managers is, know the basics well. Once you understand the basics, once you understand the concepts of AI agents, concepts of IoT, the application scenarios will come automatically to you,
Right.
right? That's where, product managers are just not product managers. We are the inventors, we are the
Right.
creators, right? We are the folks who envision some ideas. We are the ideators, whatever you want to call it, and if that's the word. Yeah, the application ideas will come to you. So, and but you need to know the basics, you need to understand the core concepts. That's where my
Right.
focus will be on.
Right. Super, Rakshit. This entire conversation is, I also learned, I got to know a lot of things about this convergence from you. So it was nice interacting with you. And also, I feel that the people who will be going through this podcast, they will also learn a lot. So thanks for your time, man. So yeah,
Yeah. Thank you, Sachin, for hosting me on your show. And yeah, have a great rest of your day.
thank you.